I'm waiting for Keanu. What I'm doing is waiting for Keanu because I can start.
What are you waiting for Keanu for? Keanu never does anything. You just walk right out of the thing.
I'm waiting for Keanu.
You will say the most racist, untoward words. That one is just so untoward.
Oh, very untoward of me.
It's quite untoward. That was a bit untoward.
Something untoward.
No, fully untoward.
Very untoward.
That's untoward.
God damn it.
Which, in and of itself, is very untoward. Very untoward.
Untoward. Unfavorable, adverse, or disadvantageous. Unruly, troublesome. Unseemly, improper.
An adjective as well. There were a few untoward comments when I was leaving the room. Okay, here, untoward, inappropriate. Yeah? Okay, not right for the situation. His behaviour was untoward. Okay? Bad behaviour or not the right behaviour.
How untoward of me.
For the situation. Yeah? Okay, untoward.
Hello, everyone. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you feel me? Tell me now or I'll start screaming. I will. I'll start screaming. Mommy, can you? Yay! We're all here. We're here. We're ready. We're ready for some untowardness on a Wednesday. Oh, sorry that I have left you in the lurch, streaming wise. I got stuck in Miami. And when I say stuck, I mean that I was stuck there, but I didn't mind that I was stuck there. I was perfectly fine, perfectly fine. Who doesn't like to be stuck in such a beautiful place? Hello, everyone. I know I look like a lobster, but it will turn to tan. Hello, gorgeous Mrs. Hi. Kiki is back. Woohoo, woohoo. It's Untoward Wednesday. So, yes, we have the Untoward board. Listen, guys, you know the deal. It's Untoward Tuesday on a Wednesday. Crack a White Claw, light up a cigarette, or whatever else your oral fixation is, and buckle the fuck in. And when I put in that call-in number, you call on in with your most untoward story. Even if it wasn't you, if it was just something that you heard, or something that you dreamt, or something that you heard on the news, and you too could get on the Untoward board and win the Untoward award. But we have to catch up with Micheline. We have to talk about many things. Many things. Hi, everyone. Hello. Chris Thompson. Oh, my gosh. Chris Thompson, thank you for the $2 already. Keanu prank call the airline over missing luggage. I'm going to fucking call them. You have no idea what they did to me. I will. But also, they gave me another day in Miami, so I guess not too bad. Push-ups, thank you for the $2. Love you, Kiki. Love you, push-ups. Very toward of you. So it's Untoward Tuesday. When I put in that Untoward Wednesday, when I put in that call-in number, call on in with an untoward story. But we have much to cover. Micheline had plastic surgery. Okay. And she looks, when you see her right now, when I'm about to bring her in, and I'm the asshole that went to Miami for a wedding, by the way. I'm the asshole that went to Miami while she was getting plastic surgery. Who knows what could have happened? But when I saw her, I didn't recognize her because she looks about 25 years old. She looks 25 years old. other than both black eyes. So when you see her, just know she didn't get punched in the face twice and looks like a 25-year-old. I think she's laughing. She looks about 25, like a 25-year-old that got punched in the face a little bit, right? I don't want you to be shocked by the bruises on her face, but I also want you to awe at how beautiful she looks. Now we look like sisters again. I'll put myself on the Untoward board, okay? I have sun poisoning. They canceled my flight, all right? I had to lay out in the sun for 8 hours. Oh, God forbid. Right, and I have sun poisoning, and that's why I said such a thing. Wait till you see her. Wait till you see her. You're going to be like, who's this 17-year-old with black eyes? And I want you to know it's Micheline. So, again, it's Untoward Wednesday. Crack a White Claw or whatever your beverage. Light up a cigarette or whatever your oral fixation. Call in when we put in the call-in number with your most untoward story. And buckle the fuck in. All right, ladies and gentlemen? All right. 1 million Kiki bucks for everyone here. And I've missed you all. I've missed you all. But without further ado, here she is. You know her. You love her.
Micheline, 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 Micheline.
Oh my God. Micheline Carlisle Thompson, everyone.
Hi, everybody. How's everybody? Woo! Yay, whoa, yay. Keanu, I did not have plastic surgery.
What would you call it?
It wasn't, she's not a plastic surgeon. She just does an eye thing, okay? She just got those puffs taken out of my eyes. What you think I look like I got beat up? What about you? Your nose is the color of my eyes.
She's got jokes.
Oh my God.
That's rude. I've also been abused in my life. So how dare
I'm not
you?
going to look at the chat. I'm just going to open up the screen so that I can see what I'm doing here.
Exactly. Right. Micheline, show us your new face. That's not plastic surgery. Guys, so the black and blue marks will go away.
And the puffiness will go away. Okay.
Remove your eyeglasses and
No, I don't want to. All right.
do it now. Look how beautiful she looks.
Awful.
Ooh, ah. I know I'm red as the devil's dick. I get it. I understand.
The devil's dick. But it's not plastic surgery. I look like I have eyeliner on because those are the stitches underneath my eyes. They just stitch that, cut that, and then I don't know if they lipo some of that fat out of there, out of the black puffs under your eyes, and then she kind of sculpts it and does whatever, probably cuts a little skin off and then tightens it up and sews it back. It sounds so simple.
What would you call that other than plastic surgery?
Well, look it up. It's under eye blepharoplasty or something. I don't know. I just couldn't stand looking at those eye puffs anymore. I just looked so tired all the time. And now I just look.
You look wide awake, and that you got punched in the face twice, but that's okay. The bruising will go away.
Yes, fine. I I know when you first saw me, it was much worse.
It
Like
was.
the bruising was like, it was like, I do think that some of the bruising was the Sharpie marker that she used to mark my face with too.
No, it wasn't that.
No, some of it was. Some of it was. So then it was just kind of bleeding down so far on my face.
Are you telling me that this bruising isn't bad too, even?
I don't think that looks that bad.
You look just kind of chic or something. But wait till the
Like heroin chic.
yeah. Like, help me, I'm hungry.
I wore purple and purple lips to match my purple eyes.
I know you look like you would look like on Halloween when you wouldn't come out of character.
Mm.
No.
I mean, I don't know.
How are you feeling though?
I feel great. I feel great. I felt a little out of sorts tonight though. I think it's because I had a beer. I've got this little strawberry beer. Oh, did something get in there?
After
just
your
like-
surgery and everything.
Well, it's 2 days out. They said I looked it up to make sure you can't start drinking. I mean, I'm not going to drink a bunch, but you can't start drinking.
See, I told you.
After 24 hours, and now I'm 48 hours out, more than that. So I have a little strawberry beer with some oranges in it.
Look, see, clearly Mickey is afraid of Keanu's wrath. Are you saying I punched her in the face? I wasn't.
I'm not afraid of anything.
She had plastic surgery. I was in
plastic surgery. It was just an eye procedure.
Okay.
I've been complaining about the dark circles under my eyes since I was in my 20s because Italian women have dark circles under their eyes. But now that I'm older, they also get puffy. There's no way to get away from it except to have them removed.
Okay, so let's call it cosmetic surgery.
Yeah, I guess it's not. Yes, you make it sound like I had a whole facelift, and that's not true.
That's next.
Well, maybe it is.
Well,
I'll be happy with this for a few years. I definitely will.
You already looked younger, even when you, called me when your eyes were even blacker. So, and what did Dad say? He said,
"Well, when I came back into the room, he was waiting for me in the room because he came with me, and he's so kind and nice, and he's not.
Why
really
you divorce him then?
He's not really kind. He doesn't talk at all. I'm chattering the whole time. He comes in the room. Yeah, you know what? That's Guinevere. You know what? Everybody's getting things done to put their best face forward now. So anyway, I'm just doing little tweaks. And so when they came out to get me, he said, "Oh, do you want me to come in the room too? Do I come in too?" To the nurse. And she said, "Yeah, if you want." So then when I got back to the room after the surgery, it felt horrible. It really did. I mean, I was a little grogged out, and I had twilight. It was not like it was just like a light anesthesia. So you were still kind of awake, because I remember hurting. When they were doing whatever they were doing, whatever Dr. Barrett was doing, whatever she was doing, and I just said, "That hurts me." I'm saying, "That hurts me."
And then they put you in a straitjacket.
I feel like they said, "Okay, tweak that up a little bit." Like they had to give me a little bit more of whatever the anesthesia is. I have a high tolerance for drugs. Okay. Yeah. So I don't want to tell them that, because it sounds like I want a lot of drugs and I'm doing drug seeking behavior. Okay.
Hi, hello, I'm Micheline, and I would like the maximum.
But I have to have the maximum because, do you know, I was awake for an entire colonoscopy and upper GI.
Oh my God.
Okay. I watched it on the screen. I could feel everything that they were doing. It was very weird. It was just very weird.
So you were saying while they were chopping off
yes,
the
I remember 2 or 3 or 4 times when I went, that is hurting me.
Oh my
Ow, that is
God.
hurting me. I feel like I squinched and like moved around because you're laying on a table and I said, ow, that is hurting me.
So they cut it was like what they did with my chin. Remember?
Like see under here, that's all stitches because they slice under there. And I mean,
shit.
I don't know exactly, but okay, so those are all stitches underneath my eyes, all the way to the corners. That's not eyeliner or anything. That's just that's stitches right there.
Oh, I just thought
That's
you
where
were Twiggy. I'm sorry. Oh
that's
my
where
God, I thought Twiggy was here.
that's where they slice, or that's where Dr. Barrett sliced. She's terrific. She's such a cute, nice, young, fun. She's just so got great bedside manner, and people just love her in town. And even the nurses said, "Oh, she's great, and she will take time with you." And before she even did anything, I was on the table. She kind of like pushed me up, with the table thing, and then she dotted where she was going to cut and whichever way she was going to go. She sat you up and did that.
With a magic marker?
Yes, with a magic marker, and it was probably purple. So
And then they only put you partially out while they sliced into
yes, they didn't put me completely out. So it was fine, honestly. You recover faster if you're not having that major go to sleep anesthesia. They didn't give me any drugs, no narcotics whatsoever, just Tylenol, just regular over the counter Tylenol. And when I did get out of the room, you are kind of woozy. And I just remember my cheeks feeling like they were in pain, And when I got back in the room,
chopped half of them off. Yeah.
When I got back in the room, I said, how does it look? And Dad said, well, they're gone. So I said, give me my phone.
Let me see.
I mean, we were in the room for 15 minutes and then he took me home. That was it. And then my friend Michelle came and stayed overnight with me because they want you to have somebody there for 24 hours for the first 24 hours. But I generally feel okay all the time. And I generally heal pretty quickly, I think.
Well, how long did it take? How long was the
it was, I'm going to say it was probably an hour and a half. So
I love it.
Maybe an hour and a half. Yeah.
Shall I show the picture of how you first looked, I guess?
Oh, sure. Do you have that picture?
I sent it to the Butt Rug Babies.
Could you
look much better now? Yeah.
Okay.
Let me
yeah. Could you send that to Rocco? I'll send it to Rocco. He just wanted to know what my eyes look like. I think he's with Zach's mom.
Well, you look marvelous now. And sorry that we have left you in the lurch. No. Sorry. Get in the chat. Sorry.
Left me in the lurch? What do you mean?
No, I'm telling the people that we're sorry that I got stuck in Miami.
Oh.
Left everyone in the lurch. But I did not mean to get stuck in Miami. Even during my mother's there was never any plan to go and go.
There never is. I'm just completely on my own.
Are you fucking kidding me? I told you. I said I can't come down. I have a wedding to go to.
Of course.
And
nobody ever helps me with anything.
Oh, except your ex-husband. He goes, yeah, I'll come and take you there and pick you up.
Don't worry. I have plenty of friends who love me.
Yeah. All right. Make me feel bad.
I'm kidding. For fuck's sake. Stop.
You had elective cosmetic surgery.
Whatever.
I'll put myself on the Untoward board if that's how
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Wait. I don't even know. So she FaceTimes me and she looks like the.
I can't wait to see it. Oh my God. Show me. Because Rocco wants a picture to show Rebecca.
Also,
I can't
what?
find one right now.
Hang on. So she FaceTimes me. She's like, "I'm feeling great." I'm like, "Let me see you." I'm like, "All right. I look like this." I'm like, "Okay." But to be honest, she only looked like she looked younger. However, she looked younger, but that she got punched in the face twice. So she's FaceTiming. She's like, "I feel great." I'm like, "All right, fine."
Are you going to show me what I FaceTimed you?
Yeah, there
Oh
you
my
go.
God. Oh, that's ugly. Don't show that picture.
Which
That's
one did
horrible.
you think I was
No,
gonna
the second
show?
one was better. That's horrible. Delete, delete, delete. That's horrible. Delete.
Oh, this one you like?
The
I don't.
second
I
one was
can't tell
better.
the difference.
I'm sorry. I'm a little vain. I want to look nice all the time, even with bruises.
That's why you had elective plastic surgery.
It wasn't
No, it's not plastic surgery. What did we call it? Oh, this one was better. You're right. But as long as you were okay, that's all that mattered. Right, Micheline?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Let me see it. You can't really even see it because I've got glasses on, right?
Look how cute you are. Oh no, Mom.
I don't have any pictures from when it was really bad.
What cosmetic surgery are we having next?
It depends on how this one settles in.
I'll never forget. We come to collect you from the boob job tummy tuck situation, and the doctor goes, "We went a little bigger than she wanted." The first thing he said, we were like, "Is she all right?" He's like, "We went a little bigger than she wanted." We're like, "What do you mean? Like, is she all right?" And then, well, we went a little bigger for her boobs. And then basically in so many words, he said to match her ass.
He didn't say that.
I said in so many words. We were like, okay.
No words.
We're like, we don't care. We're just wondering if she's all right. And then she wakes up with double D's when she wanted.
It's not true, Keanu. You exaggerate. Jesus, God, help me. They were large C's, okay? Shut up.
Did you want large C's?
No, I didn't. I wanted B's. I wanted my regular little boobs back.
What size bra do you wear?
I don't wear a bra. I wear just one of these little camisole things.
Okay, right.
But I was 34B in Victoria's Secret bras, and you had to go to Victoria's Secret and buy me 34Ds.
Yes, exactly.
You did. I couldn't wear any of my bras. He made them bigger. He said he wouldn't do that, but they always do.
Yeah,
and you probably sign off on it.
Up to a man, right?
Right. So, yeah, of course. Well, I understand he wants his work to look good. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. And Micheline, now you look like I thought you looked great before, but now you look about 25 years old.
I do not, but I look better, or I'm going to look better. So
wait till the bruises heal. So.
Yeah. Wait till the bruises heal. Oh my gosh.
Ignore her looking like she got punched in the face twice. Ignore that. Other than that, I mean, no baggy eyes, no nothing.
Well, I mean,
cool.
All right.
Let's look at you up close. Wow. We look like sisters.
Look, we don't. Look at how tan you are, and your headlight nose, and then
yeah, I always look like Rudolph when I'm in the sun. Yeah, you look like it's like a Halloween moment. All right, but
I like a Halloween moment.
I know you love it.
Yeah, so Anyway, it's okay.
So, other than you being awake through the entire procedure and and them having to put you in a straitjacket,
They didn't put me in a straitjacket.
did they tie you down and say you can't feel it?
No, they straddled me and held me down. Okay.
They said, "Shut up."
They went, okay, Mrs. Thompson, we're gonna show you.
You're fine. You're fine. You can't feel anything. You're like, I can feel it. They're like, no, you can't. And then, you know what could have happened? You could have just been a Stepford wife. They could have replaced your brain.
They could have. Maybe they did. I don't know. What the
Am
hell
I a
would-
bad daughter for going to a wedding instead of coming and
Of
collecting you?
course. Stop it. I'm just teasing you. I don't really want help ever. I really don't.
Either.
Like,
I should have sent Eugene down. Oh, he couldn't either.
the only reason I couldn't drive is because I was probably a little wonky when I got out of there, you know?
The
But-
only reason you couldn't drive is that you just had major surgery on your face. What do you mean? They, my mom and dad divorced. FaceTime me before. I'm like, "Oh, you're on the way to the cosmetic surgery," and then yeah, it was lovely. I'm like, they're cool in their heels. He had nothing else to do. It was fine.
I even told him, you know, because he already said he would come because I asked him, and I didn't even want to, you know, I didn't want to bother him and tell him that. But at Easter, I asked him, and he said, "Yeah, I don't have anything to do. I'll do it." And then I told him my friend will come and go with me if he said, "Well, no, I was already planning on it." So okay.
Well,
So
I love it.
I feel more secure with him there anyway. I mean, I really do. He was my
You
husband.
have to have someone there.
Yeah, I do. I feel secure with Tom. He makes me feel secure, even though he doesn't talk to me the whole time. We go there. I get in the car. First of all, he's picking me up a half hour earlier than need be, but I was ready. But he said he texted me, but I didn't hear it. And so I was just fucking around in here, like remaking my bed and getting my house in order because I was having a friend come and stay with me and doing all this stuff. And I finally looked out there like 25 minutes later, and he had been sitting out there.
Right.
So then I said, "Well, why didn't you just come in?" He said, "Well, I don't want to watch you doing the crap you need to do." Funny, but I was ready. I just didn't. I'm not connected to this thing all the time, and I didn't hear the text.
Dave Sahara, Gino, Dave Sarah's in the chat. Gino, he says, "I can't wait to hang out with my buddy Gino when he comes to LA."
When's he going to LA?
Gino's got a something to film in LA in a couple of weeks, right?
That's fun.
Oh, hi, Dave Sahara. No, well, that's very nice of your ex-husband to take you to your
Of course.
to
I
take
would-
you to your
I've
cosmetic.
taken him to his surgeries too. So,
Do
but
you
then
remember-
I chatter. Okay, I chatter the whole way to the place. I chatter when we get in the lobby. I chatter, and he doesn't say anything.
What?
He just doesn't really talk. But I'm just chattering away.
Me and Dad love when people just talk and we don't have to.
I'm just talking and talking.
He's like, yeah, whatever. You just talk away.
I know
Like,
he is. Just like I'm just so happy that you had to take me to yet another surgery. Isn't it so much fun?
Let me tell you something. We love talking to people that actually want to hang out with us, that like will talk to us and we don't have to, entertain anything, right?
Yeah.
So, right. And that's fine. Also, you married him.
I know.
I
did.
He, they sliced me out of you and it was because of his jizz, so he knows how you are.
What a thing to say.
It's true. That's how. I don't know if you know how children are born, but that's how.
It is.
Yeah, exactly. Are we interrupting something?
No, Rocco wants me to send a picture, and I'm just telling him to turn on the podcast so he can see. Because I think Rebecca wants to see my face, so
Well,
it doesn't look bad now.
It looks great. Look at it. I'll put you on. Take your glasses off. Look how gorgeous you look. Yes, beautiful.
It's not
Wait,
that
do it
bad.
again. Do it.
It
again.
was worse yesterday, so
Do it once more. You look so young.
Keanu, I don't know how you can tell that it's even done like that.
You do.
Okay, I'll start paying attention. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. So much is going on. So much.
So much.
So I do
And-
apologize. I could have come down and taken you there to the thing, but I had to do a wedding, and then I got stuck in Miami, mommy.
It's fine, Keanu. I don't need you.
Well, I was never going to go there for that. But look, it's nice to be divorced. And here's what I'll say. Anybody that wants to say that better off getting divorced and still being friends and being able to
Absolutely.
take each other to their plastic surgeries or what have you, cosmetic
Absolutely.
surgeries, right? And
Right.
still being there for each other. Did you or did you not? You and Tom, my dad, go to Easter brunch together, right?
Yeah, we went to dinner. It was a terrible dinner, but we went there to Pump House. So
Not because of the company.
no, but he
Right.
didn't talk much. I'm only kidding. He doesn't have to because I chatter. He did talk that day. It was good.
Aurea Light, I love her. The eyeliner stitches is a vibe. It is a vibe. It almost like when you-
Everybody should do it, and eventually they dissolve. So you can just stitch up your eyeliner and eventually it goes away. It's really weird, isn't it?
It is. I love
I
it.
can't believe it's over and I've done it. So I'm it's worth it.
Right, and you were only partially awake and in pain during it. I can
but-
feel this. Do you know what my worst nightmare is? Right. How many? Oh God. What? Remember when they remember when I got hit by the car and then
and they were gonna sew you up with no they weren't gonna even give you some thing in your face to numb you or anything. Because that bitch was mad. I already told you this. She was mad because I wanted to know who she was and what her credentials were. Sorry, you're gonna sew into my young daughter's face. Are you kidding me?
Right, but we weren't even talking about that. Right. So I got ran under by a car. I only broke my face, thank God. But so they wanted to know what was going on. So they stapled my head and I had this big chin injury, my and then down here with the
it's it was like raw meat sort of. Mm-hmm.
And this one here above my eyebrow. But then after they sewed me up or whatever, a couple months later, we went to the maxofacialist and they put me out. It was like going to the dentist and they chopped off my the scar on my chin after it healed and then they sewed it up same deal.
Yeah, but they put you out.
Thing of that. Basically put me out.
Well, to be honest with you, the truth is that upper GI and that colonoscopy, I could feel myself choking when he was sticking that thing down my throat.
Okay, wait, you got to explain to them what you mean, right?
An upper GI is when they're checking your stomach because I had some anemia and I was not feeling well. And
wait,
so they did the colonoscopy and the upper GI together. I mean, one at a time, but at the same time,
Wait, so So I had like a little maxofacial, cosmetic thing too, but they
Mhm.
basically put me out and I couldn't feel it. I don't have that high of a tolerance for drugs. Micheline does. But she's like, I could even when I had my colonoscopy, like you're like, I can feel this. I
And
know
then,
what's happening.
no, the truth is, I mean, this might be too much information, and maybe nobody wants to hear it. So close your ears.
No such thing
Because
on
I could
word.
feel, I was choking when he was doing that thing. Okay. And then when he was doing the colonoscopy, it took him a really long time. And I felt like he was having a hard time. And I was watching it on the screen. Okay.
God.
They're showing it to you on the screen. And I'm watching it on the screen. And then after he brings me out of it, of which I was already almost awake,
This is
he
your
goes,
first.
he goes, you have a long curly colon. I said, I guess I do. I could feel it when you were trying to get that thing up it. What the fuck?
Also, this is many years
Doctor.
ago. This is many years ago, right?
I don't know how long. 11, 12. I don't know.
You basically what
I went
Michael
to another one. I've only had 2, and I went to another one. I don't go when I'm supposed to go because I don't like it.
who does, right?
So the second one, I told them, I said, look, I have a high tolerance to drugs. I was awake the last time. Please make sure I'm out.
For your routine colonoscopies. Yes.
Yes.
I would hope that they would put you the fuck out.
God.
Well, maybe that's because you do things like this. You'll take a trazodone to sleep, and then on top of that, 4
Do not say 4,
melatonin.
okay? You're full of shit, okay? I was taking 2 10-milligram melatonin gummies also. I now only take 1 and the trazodone. So shut up, all right? Don't go, you exaggerate. She takes
Sorry.
4.
Excuse me.
She's
I
got, her
apologize.
breasts are triple D's.
I did not say triple D's. I'm
Double
sorry.
D's, quadruple D's. They're huge fucking balloons on her chest.
I'm sorry that the doctor went, we went a little bigger than she wanted. Okay.
Yeah,
And
first
then-
words out of Dad's mouth. Dr. Graper had to make your boobs bigger.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
And then me and Dad had to go to Victoria's Secret and get you a double D bra.
Not
right?
a double D, you jerk. Okay.
What the fuck is the difference? I don't know what you
D
mean.
or double D. It's a whole big difference.
I wouldn't know.
You
Because
make
I've
me
never.
sound like this biggest bimbo in the world, and that I've got these tits up to here and all falling out of my shirt.
You know what? I'm just gonna put myself on the untoward board. Right. Okay.
People
sorry.
who know me know I'm not a bimbo, but all of your people who had to get to know me thought I was some kind of trashy bimbo.
I don't. They know you. They're sitting here.
They know
The
me
butt rug-
now.
The butt rug babies love you. They don't think you're a trashy bimbo.
I know, but the Rob Sauls of the earth do.
Okay, well, he's mentally ill, all right? An alcoholic that likes to fuck dogs or something.
I know, whatever. Anyway, I'm just kidding you. Okay. It's just that you exaggerate about me and I get embarrassed by it.
Well, don't be embarrassed because you look about my age now that you.
Oh, sure.
You.
I didn't look like that first day though.
It's fine. Just you look like a little ghoulish because of the bruising, but at least
No,
know
I think this is hardly anything. I mean, it looks like I just took some eye makeup and shoved it under there like that.
it looks like how you used to scare me on Halloween and you wouldn't
Yes, it's
stop
not bad.
when I was a
I
kid.
think it's fine. I think it's fine.
Not exaggerating. Listen, we're very pro cosmetic surgery here. Our dentist does our Botox. Hit the like button. We love her. All I'm asking is that you give my mother the legal maximum amount of drugs so that she's not
Comfortable.
They don't have to strap her down while they're chopping off her under eyelids, okay? If she can feel it.
It didn't feel good.
I mean, it didn't feel good. I cannot even fucking imagine. I cannot imagine.
I relive it every day.
Oh my God. Great. Well, I hope it's worth it because you look beautiful. So, Jesus. Right. Oh my
Funny
God.
stuff.
Good stuff. Chris Thompson, thank you for the $5. Mickey, you want to date a long-haired, tattooed, heavy metal bass player?
Yeah, I do. You're cute.
Will you take her to her next surgery and make sure they give her the illegal maximum limit of drugs so that she actually will not feel the surgery? You're in. And 1 million Kiki bucks for everyone here right now. I forgot to do that. 1 million Kiki bucks for everyone here. And a Kiki bond for you, Chris Thompson. Chris Thompson, thank you again for the $5. I went hardcore and directed my own colonoscopy. Mom, I did.
Wait. Directed my own colon. I was nominated for the Spielberg.
I went hardcore and directed my own colonoscopy. I was nominated for the Spielberg Brown Eye Award. Wait till the director's
cut comes out. That's hilarious. Okay.
It might be the funniest thing you ever said, Chris. Funniest thing you ever super.
Oh my God.
I directed it. You're laying there like
I directed my own colonoscopy.
Yeah,
I did it. I did the whole thing myself.
It's like a
really, you know what? When people, honestly, in the future, let's say 10 years, 15 years, 50 years in the future, when we're not around or whatever, people are going to look back on our medical procedures and think we were barbaric. Okay. They're going to go, they used to do what? They used to cut these people open and remove things or put things or they stick this thing up their ass to get their to take a picture up there. I mean, I'm sorry. People are going to think we are barbarians.
Maybe. But his colonoscopy was like a Tarantino film because
it just went well, I guess, huh, Chris?
That's great. He said a little to the right. He was like, and also, could we make it in sepia, please? Take two.
I don't know what in sepia means. What does it mean?
It's just a filter on a camera.
Well, I was watching it on the theater screen or on the screen up there. I could have directed it.
You're not supposed. I don't know. I haven't had a colonoscopy.
Well, it's the first one I have ever had, and I didn't know. I can't even believe I was awake for it. It was weird. It was just plain.
Are
weird.
You supposed to be awake for your colonoscopy?
Oh, it was the same kind of drugs they gave me yesterday as they gave me for that colonoscopy.
Right, and then they had to put you in a straitjacket to do your cosmetic surgery.
They just straddled me and laid on top of me. Okay.
Lay down. We're making you pretty.
There's Ratchet over here. Get on top of her. She won't stop moving around. I'm
Put
gonna
your
pull her eye
hands
out.
up here, Chief. Put your hands up like this. Put up your hands like this, Chief. Yeah. See, exactly. That's probably what.
And then the weirdest thing is when she was doing she had to turn my face different ways to do the magic marker on my face. And then she said, I know this is going to sound weird, but now look over here, look up, and then open your mouth really wide.
Like you haven't heard that before.
It was kind of weird. On both sides, she did that. Because, your eyes are different. I mean,
like
both sides of your face are different.
Now open up your mouth really wide.
That's what she said. She said this is going to sound really weird.
That's what your first boyfriend said to you as well.
Oh, good Lord.
No,
so fucking funny. No, I'm not biting. Oh, that's funny.
Oh my God. Let's see. I went hardcore direct. Rhinoceros, we love you. Thank you for the $4.99. Michael, you are the trash and we all know it. Hashtag change my mind. I don't think he could possibly be talking to you. That doesn't sound like Ryan.
Are you talking to me?
I don't
Who's
think
Michael?
so.
Yeah. It's got little dots like Michael E-N-E. You are the trash and we all know it.
No. Rhinoceros loves us. He's not. That's not. I think he was talking about probably somebody being untoward in the chat.
Maybe.
I see it, Michael. Right. Oh, look, they're fighting already. Basement dwelling, mommy, milk sucking son of a bitch. Okay, right. Thank you, Rhinoceros, for defending us. We weren't looking. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not watching it because I can barely see. So right now,
right.
Too.
Thank you, Rhinoceros. Oh yeah, see, look, not making
read those chats, and then she'll be in. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, Michael, you got something to fucking say? Then fucking
say it, motherfucker.
No, say it with some dollars, weirdo. Right. Thank you, Rhinoceros. You're sweet.
Thank you.
We love you. Chris Thompson, thank you for the $2. Wait till they see these comments. Oh God, I'm afraid.
I wish I could watch, but I can't read them, look at them. I won't pay attention if I'm doing that.
Dr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up. Get it, mommy? I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille.
I don't get it.
I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille. I think it's DeVille. No, but he made it doctor.
Oh. I don't get it.
You don't get that at all?
I'm not focused or something. No. What do you mean? Is it like for your close-up or your butt?
No.
Because we were talking about colonoscopies.
I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille.
Well, who said that? Just don't keep repeating it.
I just thought you would understand it from I'm ready. I'm right, Mr. DeMille.
Yeah, but what
Gloria Swanson, Sunset Boulevard, 1950.
Well, I don't know that, but just keep reenacting it, and me keep saying I don't know what you're talking about.
I figured you would know. You were born in 55, so how am I to not understand that
I'm sorry, I didn't understand it, and just keep reenacting it over and over again. So
here, Christ, for Christ's sake, you made me go to fucking Facebook.
Oh.
Yes. Down below, they're waiting for the princess. I'm ready.
All right. Cameras. Act!
So they were turning after all. Those cameras. Life, which can be strangely merciful.
I never saw this movie.
Pity on
Me
Mama
neither. But everybody knows I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille. Maybe she said it earlier.
I didn't really know it. I'm sorry. I wasn't making fun. I just didn't know it. I was making fun of you saying it over and over again. Yes, I was. Sorry.
Fine.
I apologize from the bottom of my heart.
Please don't apologize to me. I'm perfectly fine.
There, keys of the palace.
Oh, yes.
What the fuck?
Down below, they're waiting for the princess. I'm ready.
All right. Cameras.
That's it.
She just says, I'm ready.
I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille.
Maybe she does say it somewhere else.
Maybe she says it later. Don't want to get us shut down. But
yeah. All right. So turn her off.
Well, do you mind if I say a few words? Thank you.
Well, do you
I
mind?
just want to tell you all how happy I am to be back in the studio, making a picture again. You don't know how much I've missed all of you. And I promise you I'll never desert you again. Because after Salome, we'll make another picture and another picture.
That's how I feel. I'm so sorry I deserted you when I was in Miami. And after this stream, we'll do another stream and another stream. Right? We're ready for our close-up.
Oh, I saw that really cute little dress picture with the wind blowing under your skirt.
Yes, exactly.
That was
and
very cute.
It's been 53 minutes. I haven't even gotten to the Miami wedding yet.
That was really cute. I thought it was really cute there.
Rhinoceros. He gave us a $1.99. We must talk about this yellow boy. We're ready for our yellow boy, Mr. DeMille. Michael Coulter.
Thank you so much.
Oh, okay. Should we block him? Michael Coulter has been really creepy towards Meg in the chat for weeks. I will not stand for this. Fuck him. Meg,
Sorry, Meg. That's not right.
An original butt rug baby?
That's not right.
Thank you for letting us know, Rhinoceros. And I've asked him repeatedly to give a rebuttal. I think he's broke. And well, fuck him. Oh my God. That's not good.
I don't know. I mean, really, I don't understand why. I just don't understand why people want to come on here and be mean.
I don't know. McGuinevere says
we're all just trying to be friends.
Is Ryan. Boys. Okay. Very interesting. Well, thank you. We will take a look into it. My God. I have a mind to put every single person on the Untoward board.
Do it.
I shall. No, not any original butt rug babies. Certainly not Rhinoceros. He's always been kind to us. And maybe McGuinevere doesn't realize that he's being a fucking douchebag creep. Listen, we deal with it early. We deal with it often. We understand. We understand. No, Michael's good. Okay. He's a Texan gentleman. It's just a misunderstanding. Okay, we're definitely misunderstanding it, and we apologize. But well, we're still going to it's going to be looked into for sure, and then we will release the records of how horror of what's going on. Right?
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Nothing. I won't.
I'm getting text messages. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm having a hard time concentrating. I'm having a hard time concentrating tonight. Sorry. I apologize. It must be those drugs.
No, they didn't give you enough drugs, and that's upsetting to me.
Yeah.
Release the files. I will release the files. I'm going to look into it. I will stay up. I will stay up as long as it takes to look into it. So, right. We didn't block anyone because my butt rug babies, my moderators, they would block anybody that was untoward, but maybe they don't know. Maybe they don't know that he was being untoward. They would know, but we'll see. Love you too, bro. Look, they're having their own good time. We're not pulling each other over misunderstanding. Happiness is the goal. Happiness is the goal. Happiness, Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, happiness, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, subscribing. That's the goal. That's the goal. The actual goal is to have cosmetic surgery that you're not awake for, right?
I was out of it, okay, but I did feel some pain sometimes, and I remember saying something.
And then they had to strap you. They sat on top.
No, I heard her say tweak it up a little bit or something like that. Or I could be just making it up.
When you woke up, you're like, why the fuck was I awake? Did you?
No, I didn't say I would have never said anything about it once I woke up. I just was. You're in such a weird state of mind anyway. You just don't even know when it begins, and then all of a sudden it ends. It's very strange.
Well, it's because they're not putting you completely out, right?
Yeah, it wasn't completely out. It was twilight. It was I forget what they call it. It's like light sedation, basically.
But that doesn't work on you.
Well, it does if you give me enough of it.
But they don't, because they had to sit on you and
Because they think I don't know. What do they think? They think I can't handle it, or I don't know. They just don't want to over sedate me and make me die. Burn apple or something like that. It was very
Burn apple?
I don't know. It was different. But he comes in and they ask you these curt questions. And I think I feel like they think this 70-year-old, I'm not 70 yet, I'm 69, okay? But I'm almost 70. I just think they think, and she's going in to have her eye puffs cut out. What the fuck? Okay.
No. Fucking cosmetic surgery. We're pro cosmetic surgery here, ladies and gentlemen.
I just think these guys who are, and he had a young girl who was going to be helping him, so I think she might have been a student. So,
oh god, you know what is we love a medical school hospital. That's great. Yeah,
as long as they're, I don't mind a student helping out as long as they're not doing the operation.
That's why they fucking call it the practice of medicine. They're just practicing on us, okay? That's fine. If we didn't have the practice of medicine, there would be no more medicine.
I know,
suppose.
true.
Like somebody has to be practiced on. But what I don't like is that you were like, this hurts.
I distinctly remembered about 3 times, honestly, and it was all. And the last one was really hurting me, and then I was awake.
Like you're like, okay, now I'm awake. You shouldn't have been able to feel it. They obviously
I went, this is hurting me. This hurts me.
You're like, okay, I know that this is cosmetic and maybe I deserve it, but this hurts. This hurts.
Maybe I deserve the pain because I'm so vain.
Right. I deserve that. You're so vain. I bet you think this surgery's about you. You're so vain. Like you're like, but this hurts. Why can I speak? And then they sat on top of you and they were like, shut up. She was practicing.
Oh Lord. Whatever. So
Dumb loser. Mickey T has timeless class. Exactly.
Oh, you're so nice. Thank you.
No, an anesthesiologist. I used to hook up. We were never boyfriend girlfriend. Okay. It is a terrible job to do, I guess, because it's one of the most dangerous doctors. But from what I understand, they were only putting you in I guess you weren't being put in full under
No, they didn't have to intubate me and breathe for me or any of that.
No, but it
was just IV. It was IV therapy, IV anesthesia.
When you get surgery, when I had the heart cath or whatever, I was fully out though. They didn't intubate me though.
Are you sure?
Yes. They're like, you're just going to sleep, and then it was over 2 seconds later, right?
I don't know. I forget if they.
No, they didn't put a fucking thing down my throat.
They didn't.
No. Oh my god.
That's scary.
No, that's scary. Right. That doesn't mean full on surgery, but I used to sleep with this I don't know why when I was in college. This he was an anesthesiologist.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me I thought you were going to tell me about an apparatus for breathing.
I used to sleep with this apparatus.
I used to sleep with this CPAP machine.
No, right. Exactly.
I don't know why my mind went there. I didn't know you were going to say I know you did sleep with that anesthesiologist, but I didn't know you were going there.
I boned the anesthesiologist. He was maybe in 6 or 7 years older than me or whatever. And then we woke up. I'm like, well, what do you got to do today? He's like, I got to go tell a bunch of fucking uh, uh, veterans that smoke and drink all day, like why their hearts don't work. And then I was like, then what else do you have to do? He was like, then I have to put people down for surgery. I'm like, but you're an alcoholic. He was the biggest alcoholic I ever
You're an
met.
alcoholic, sir.
I'm like, you're drunk. You'll stay drunk all day. That's why it's like it's a very dangerous job, which is probably why they drink. But I just can't imagine why.
Yeah, but he wasn't going straight over to put people down. He had a meeting with some veterans first. He was probably sober by the time he got to the hospital.
It did make me laugh. Be like, why are you?
I mean, he wasn't rolling out of bed half drunk and going right to his surgery. That's all I'm
No,
saying.
he went to tell some alcoholic veterans why their hearts don't work.
Well,
and then
and
he
that
went
because
to
he
a
was
couple
having
people
a speech with them and probably a little meeting and whatever, and that took up time, and he got sober then before he went and did his anesthesia on somebody.
It's probably
I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt.
It's probably the most dangerous doctor to be, is to put people to sleep, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
I
it
don't
would
know.
scare the shit out of me to do that. What if you make a mistake?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Right. I'm like, this guy drinks too much to be an anesthesiologist, probably. But and look what happened. They're all too afraid to do it that you were awake during your
I
fucking
wasn't awake through the whole thing. And it was just odd that it's just funny that 1 minute you don't even know what's happening. It's just you're there. She did tell me that I probably would talk.
Oh God.
That I'd probably talk to her and I wouldn't remember. But I remember.
Oh my God. You're hardcore. I would be like,
I
never mind.
am hardcore. I am a strong person, and I just think I do have a high tolerance to drugs.
Wait, well, did you tell them the truth of like I take trazodone to sleep, but also I take
Well, you have to tell them what you take, but I also don't. I also had to stop taking all that shit before I went to surgery. I couldn't take Advil anymore. I could only take Tylenol, and I take Advil every day.
Okay,
So
so this is why it didn't knock you out in the slightest. This is why you could speak through it, and they had to sit on top of you and put a straitjacket on you, because you're like, yeah, this ain't gonna knock me out. Make me pretty, but I can feel this. How the fuck?
make me pretty, but I can feel this.
I can feel this. Help me.
I just kept saying, this is hurting me. It hurts. Stop it, please.
Oh my God. I can't. Like I said, when I got the like chin surgery where they chopped off the scar and sewed it up, I didn't feel a thing. I was completely fucking out of it. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I've always said this. I've always told you guys this. I just have a strong tolerance. I just do.
You're not. You have a strong tolerance for shitty children like me, right?
I don't have shitty children. I have fabulous children. Fabulous.
We are fabulous. Exactly. Okay. My God. This is so much fun. I know I look like a lobster. I know I left my mother to go to a wedding instead of flying down to South Carolina, but she has my father there to do that. So no one call me a bad daughter if you
Nobody
are.
is. It's all right. Will you give me a second to send Rocco a picture?
Go ahead.
Okay, thanks. I can't figure out how to do this.
I'll take you off for a second.
Okay, thank you.
Send him a picture of what? Your face?
He wants a picture of my eyes so that Rebecca can see it, because I know they're at Rebecca's house.
Okay. Go ahead. Anyway, so it's been an hour of talking about this. And I do apologize for leaving you guys in the lurch for Untoward Tuesday. And I know I haven't put the call-in number in because we have a lot to get to, and we're a little behind. But I want to congratulate Bree the Booker for winning the last Untoward award. And I'm going to go ahead and choose the next Untoward award. What I have from last week is if Carrie, Don, IHOP, Sony, Ash. Okay, so I'm going to choose Don. I don't have Micheline's diligent notes on it. I promise I'm going to get better at the Untoward awards. Okay, we have a little bit more to talk about. We're very excited about it. The look, if you could see my mom right now, she's like this. But she's doing good. She's doing great. She just had like this chopped off, and now we look the exact same age. We're all for making yourself look better here, looking like if it makes you happy, it can't be that bad. Am I right? Am I right? Ryan, oh, Eugene, I heard you grown dad. Rhinoceros. If it's a yellow boy, we gotta read it. Let's see. Okay, we saw that. Hang on, let's see. Rhinoceros. Thank you for the $9.99. Imagine Jeff Metcalf and Carmelo Anthony have the same dentist, but said dentist has a certain leaning. It would be a problem solved in Dominic Alexander's eyes. Is Carmelo Anthony this would be a question for Carmelo Anthony's isn't that in the news right now? The black kid that stabbed the other guy in the chest, white kid in the chest for a because of the tent. Yeah, that's not good. Carmelo Anthony. And look how much money they've raised for that violent fuck. That's great. Ugh, that's not good. Oh, Michael Coulter. And now I have to look that up too. Oh, is that the kid that died? Poor guy. Coulter. No. The Scottish cinematographer. Okay, I get it. Oh, okay, I get the joke. I do understand. Mike Coulter has been really and Jeff Metcalf. Carmelo Anthony. Jeff Metcalf. Same dentist. Jeff Metcalf. I looked up the wrong. Forgive me. I have sun poisoning. Okay, got it. Okay, so it is what I thought. What a terrible situation. Yeah. And I've asked him repeatedly to give a rebuttal. I think he's broken. That is a fucking really interesting, horrible thing. Wow. I mean, what a savage fucking move to do. I mean, it's not even a gun thing. It's like, okay, you stabbed someone. I don't even know how to even think of it. Micheline had her under eyes sliced out, and she felt the whole thing. That's less savage than what happened. Chris Thompson, thank you for the $2. My colonoscopy looked like the Doctor Who intro. Well, it was well, that's great. It was like a it was cinematically pleasing. There you go. Nobody should be awake for a colonoscopy. I've never had a colonoscopy, but I would think that like doctors would say, you know what, let's put these people out for this. Are you kidding? Oh, there she is.
Hi there.
You left me in the lurch.
I know. I went to the bathroom too. Sorry.
And then I didn't understand this. And then I looked up two different people. Micah Coulter has been really creepy towards Megan the Chafferwicks. That's not the one I meant to read. Jesus Christ. Imagine Jeff Metcalf and Carmelo Anthony have the same dentist.
So who are those people? Carmelo Anthony.
Remember the black kid that stabbed the white kid in the chest, and then everybody. It just happened, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah,
Carmelo Anthony is the guy.
So what about him? So what's happening with them?
And then I
they have
something wrong. Yeah, this is why. Imagine Jeff Metcalf and Carmelo Anthony have the same dentist, but said dentist has a certain leaning. It would be a problem solved in Dominic Alexander's eyes. That's what I need to look up. Dominic Alexander. Alexander. Football linebacker. See, we're too stupid to understand it, but we sort of get it. Speaking of, Larry's GoFundMe. Oh my God, Mom. Also, Larry, his cancer numbers went up. So everyone donate to Larry's GoFundMe.
I hate that. How's he feeling?
He always has like this
good attitude.
I mean, he seems fucking gorgeous and healthy as
he does.
Yeah, so
he does.
So we need to
I did send some money to him a couple weeks ago to the GoFundMe.
Right.
Well, I don't know if you knew that, but I did.
Larry Bea, everybody donate to his GoFundMe because obviously healthcare in the country is not doing well. If Micheline was awake for her surgery and Larry Bea has to go to Mexico to get some strange treatments for his cancer, things are
he's probably better off in Mexico because they'll do different things that the FDA won't approve here. There might be some experimental stuff. Absolutely.
That's actually what because he always comes to the apartment to do the Monday show every Monday. We're like, are you, if you're tired or whatever, he's like, no, I'm living life. I'm coming. I'm going to be there. And then last Monday he said, I'm on my way to Mexico to
because they'll do maybe some experimental treatment or something that's not if it's not FDA approved here. They won't. The bureaucracy here is ridiculous. You can get some things in Mexico over the counter, like penicillin and amoxicillin and different things over the counter there, where they want to monitor every fucking thing we do here, to make money and to save us from ourselves, obviously, as if we need saving. If you need something because you are right, it's really serious, you're going to try anything. So go to those other countries and get it done. I agree with that.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
This is why so many people are, and listen, we're not political here, but this is why it's very divided. Do I think Luigi Mangione should have fucking, allegedly shot a man?
No, absolutely not. He's an asshole. Okay, he's a killer.
Yes,
there's no excuse for him.
Allegedly, right?
Allegedly,
right. Well, no, we have to say allegedly because it's not
because we're not the judge and the jury.
However, this is what happens when people are fed up, and that's why so many people are donating to his GoFundMe.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. But don't donate to fucking, people that shoot people, all right? Donate to Larry Bea. Larry Bea, just
Absolutely.
Google Larry Bea, and everybody please go donate to his GoFundMe.
So is he what is he going to Mexico now? Is this the first time he's going, or
I know nothing other than
Oh.
I think he's there right now, right?
Oh.
So please, everybody, if it were a Gino show, if you're not also subscribed and watching In Hot Water with Gino Bisconti and myself on Rumble, then do it there. But definitely everybody donate to Larry Bea's GoFundMe because every dollar counts. So the other thing is, who else are people? Oh my god. Right. Well, we can't get into it. But the reason we got into that is because we looked up the Carmelo Anthony thing. I don't think you knew anything about that either.
I feel like I feel like I did, but I don't pay attention right now. Also, I've been a little preoccupied and busy this week.
Exactly. Right.
I'm a little scattered right now. I had surgery on Monday. It's only Wednesday.
You had surgery on Monday that you were awake for.
It wasn't total. I was out, but I'm just saying
practice of medicine.
But I would highly recommend this doctor. She's great, and also she did my upper lids and she did Karen's. She did mine about 7 years ago. She did Karen's a few months ago.
Lids. We have a caller. Thank you. Hang on one second. Thank you for calling Untoward Wednesday, and also for knowing the phone number. And I'm sorry we got sidetracked. How may I direct your call?
Hi, Keanu. Hi, Mickey T. How you guys doing? I'm from Canada.
How are you doing?
Hi. How are you?
It's Dawn, right?
Yeah, Don Lucius from Canada. I can hear Mickey T this time. Hi, Mickey T.
How are you? Good for you to call. What's happening?
I'm down the middle. Are you guys ready for an Untoward Wednesday story?
Absolutely.
Of course.
I will take the diligent notes as Micheline has had surgery, so she is in.
So I'm laid up.
Oh, okay.
I'm not.
Go right ahead, love. Go right ahead.
I'm gonna take the notes.
Okay, she's gonna take the notes. Go right ahead, my love.
Mickey T, the stenographer. Okay, so I had a colonoscopy like 10 years ago, and you have to take this thing called TurboLax the day before. Are you familiar with that?
So you had a colonoscopy, and you had to take TurboLax,
right?
Oh,
Was it
TurboLax.
So
yeah.
Was it a drink? Was it the drink?
I can barely hear Mickey, but just think of that scene in Dumb and Dumber when the guy had to go into the bathroom after the other one slipped in the TurboLax, remember? and the toilet was broken.
Right. Okay, so you have to drink a liquid so that you excavate your bowels. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So I missed the appointment by 2 days, and I called the nurse, and she's like, "Oh, you have to take TurboLax again." So I'm thinking, what? Everything's out of me. I think she thought I might cheat eat something. So
wait, why did you miss the appointment?
It was on a Thursday, and I thought it was a Tuesday.
Oh no! So you had to do a double dose of that? He can't hear me, so ask him.
So you did it again? They gave you another dose of TurboLax?
Yep, I had to go to the drugstore and buy another bottle of that vile stuff and drink it.
And did they find any polyps?
I always have them.
Well, I mean, the second time, I'm basically sitting on the toilet and shooting pure white liquid water out of my thumb.
Mickey's laughing. Yeah.
I always have polyps. I mean, that's maybe too much information. I'm supposed to go every 5 years because I have polyps. The last time I waited 11.
11? Oh my God, you're all insane. So who's to be on the untoward board? You for missing your appointment and having to take 2 doses of Turbolax, or the doctors?
No, the story doesn't end there.
Oh, okay. Well, we're excited to hear.
Tell Don I love drinking that stuff.
I bet you are. Okay, so I ride my bike to the hospital, 3 o'clock in the morning, way across town, like 8 miles. I get there, and the nurse says, "Where's your ride?" And I go, I'm on my bike.
My bicycle.
Where's my ride?
No. She goes, "You need a ride." And I go, "Well, I'll call a cab then." And they're like, "Oh, no. And I'm like, I'm in this room, and all I can hear is this guy snoring, like just unbelievably loud snoring. And in this gurney, next thing you know, they just wheeled me into this whatever it was, an operating room, and the doctor's there and everything. And I'm like, "Hey, what's going on?" And they proceed to do this colonoscopy, and I'm stone cold sober.
Oh no! Oh my God! The practice of medicine.
I'm telling you.
Oh my God!
So you could feel everything, right?
Well, I mean, I'm looking at this device that he has, you know, and I'm looking at the diameter of it and everything, and I'm thinking, well, my butt's a one-way street, but I guess I can handle that. It wasn't that, it wasn't that big around, right?
Oh my God! Also, go ahead.
So they put me on my left side, and the guy gets out this gel, like KY or whatever, and I'm like, oh boy, here we go. And there's this TV that I'm looking at, like 6 feet away up on the ceiling. And so he's got this snake thing, right? And I can't see what's going on because all I can see is, too much information. But anyways, so in it goes, and I kind of feel it, right? Maybe they put some kind of numbing agent, like when you go to the dentist before you get a shot, you put that stuff on your gums.
Also, AV Tom says, so they raw dogged him because he had no ride home.
You see, yeah, man, all this because I didn't have a ride home, and I'm like, hey, no problem, I'm a trooper. Like I say, my bum's a one-way street, but I can ride my bike. It's not like, it's not like you're shoving a sword up me for crying out loud.
Exactly. Okay. So
but ask him, did he watch it? Did he watch his own colonoscopy on the screen?
I can barely hear you, Mickey.
Did you watch your own colonoscopy on the screen? I think they felt like they were punishing you for riding your bicycle there. They're like, he's obviously, it's fine, whatever.
Yeah, masochistic nurse and doctor. No. So I'm looking at the screen, and all of a sudden you see this. Well, do you remember Katie Couric? Many, many years ago, she went in for a colonoscopy, and it was on the Today Show, I think. They showed the whole thing.
Her colonoscopy was on the Today Show?
I do remember that. Tell him I do remember that.
Yeah, Mickey says she remembers it. Okay.
Yeah, and that's why when anybody takes a poop since then, we always weigh it, and it's on the Couric scale.
It's the Couric scale. So
is that true?
No, that was a South Park episode.
I love it. Well, that doesn't sound like you were treated correctly, and because you didn't have a friend to take you to the appointment and you rode your bike, then I think
they don't want you to Uber at home or anything. They want you to be with somebody. So
right, exactly. So
my mistreatment doesn't end there.
Let's hear.
So in it goes, and I'm looking up at the screen, and I'm looking and I'm watching it, and in it goes, I'm watching it inside of myself. It's kind of freaky, but it goes to that point in your colon when there's this like 90-degree turn, right? And you get ready to do that. And all of a sudden, two nurses grab a hold of me with their arms and push up on my lower belly, and I'm like, this is kind of strange. So he can make that turn. Otherwise, it might just rip your intestine, I guess.
It
Oh
is.
God.
It is sadistic.
It is sadistic. Why would
That's
they
what I
keep
mean.
people
I
as
was
pets?
watching that on the screen, Keanu. Please tell him that. I knew he was having a hard time getting that thing up my long curly colon. Tell him.
Everybody has an. It feels like I mean, you should be completely asleep for this, right? Micheline says she knew she could see it on the screen. They were having a hard time getting it up her long curly colon,
And I could feel it. I could feel it. It was weird.
Wait a second. Mickey T, you did it sober like me too?
Yes, I watched it on the screen.
Yeah, she also rode her bicycle to her colon.
No, I didn't. No, I watched it on the screen. It was weird.
It's not right. That's not.
This
okay.
must be, please tell Don if he can't hear me. This must be a common occurrence.
It
Tell him
must
that.
be a common occurrence, she says,
That
because
people are awake.
Yeah, people are awake and looking and like, this is not right. Why should I be looking at my own colon? It's not natural.
You know, it's funny because I remember my father telling me the same thing, how he watched it all and everything, right? This was probably 20 years beforehand.
Yes,
But anyway, so Mickey T, congratulations, you're a trooper like me. We're in this club now for
In the Awake Colonoscopy Club.
Exactly. The Awake Colonoscopy Club. Exactly.
we're in the CC club.
Oh, well, we love you, Don. You're the best. Oh, okay. There's more?
So
Okay,
then it goes, and I'm watching. It's all nice and clean and pink and everything, and so he's getting ready to like, I guess, like withdraw it and everything. I'm like, hey, Dr. Most serious, I got this really bad pain in my lower back, you know. And he goes, really? I goes, yeah, it goes all the way through. I didn't know at the time I had a hernia. I said, it goes through like my colon or something. He goes, really? I'm like, yeah. He goes, push on that part where it hurts. And I'm like, okay. So I push just above my left hip. I push on it as he's pulling that thing out. And he goes, oh, hey, there's a polyp there that I missed. And I'm like, polyps don't cause pain. And he goes, no, I think what the case is with you is that you have such bad back pain. It's just radiating. It's radiating through. This was before I knew I had a lower hernia. So he goes, oh, there's a polyp there. I missed it. I'm looking at it. I'm like, it doesn't look bad. It's not black or anything. Right? Same color as
okay.
Pink. So he goes, hang on. And I'm looking at the screen, and all of a sudden this little, like, gold lasso comes out of the end of this snip thing he's got, right? And it goes around the polyp, and then he squeezes it, and it cuts the polyp off.
Oh my God.
And then and then he goes, okay, you're all done. Gives me a nice slap on the ass. No, just kidding. And,
There's so much. Okay, I'm just going to put Don's medical team for the Untoward Award because I don't even know. There's so many people to blame here, including yourself with the bicycle. Like, that is the most horrific story I've ever heard in my life. And also, you know what? I don't know what to say other than it's the practice of medicine. And I don't know why the most horrific thing you have to do is go get a colonoscopy and they keep you slightly awake and you can't even ride your bike there.
They keep you slightly awake.
Right. And why should I see the inside of my colon on a television screen? Please.
It's the truth.
I'll wait for the butthole picture fucking jokes. But
not that bad. I mean, if you think about it, our mutual friend Anthony Kumi had a much more traumatic surgery.
Very traumatic, but I guess what? I don't think he was probably awake. I don't think they were watching he was watching his,
yeah, he wasn't awake
on the screen. And I would venture to say Anthony Cumia didn't ride his bicycle to his, coronary surgery, probably. So
No, he definitely didn't ride his bike to us. Yeah,
No,
I
he
don't think
didn't.
was awake when they shot his cousin half. But I do remember him talking about the anesthesia. I think they call it twilight or something like that.
That's what Micheline said, right? Yeah.
It's Twilight.
He goes, man, it makes me want to do drugs again because that was the best feeling I've ever had in my life. And I'm like, oh man, I missed out on that.
See, exactly. Well, you're lucky you didn't have surgery. You just had a routine colonoscopy, and the doctors were bizarre. But also, I got to put you a little weird to ride your bicycle to a colonoscopy as well. And wonder why people were like, you don't have anybody to pick you up. You're like, no,
I
got
just
my
love, they say, do you have a ride? Yeah, my bicycle.
You're like, yeah, my bicycle. Like they're like the village bicycle, like you're fucking like the whore of the town. You're like, no, my actual bicycle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And of course, I had to walk it because here in Windsor, Ontario, I've lived here for probably 30 years. I've had 19 bicycles stolen.
Well, see, right. And you know what? It's a shame to have your bicycle stolen after your colonoscopy. You walk outside, you're like, what the hell? Oh my God.
Yeah, that's double bad news for sure.
All right. Well, we have a lot to unpack there. I think you all get the untoward board. You all like the doctors, the medical industry, in general, and you and your bicycle. They all get the. They're at least making.
Did you ask him? Did you ask him? Can I walk home?
Yeah.
Ask him.
I didn't get that, Mickey. What?
She
Ask
said,
him, do you mind if I walk home?
Could I walk home? They're like, you shouldn't be able to. Right. Exactly. We just entered your butthole.
Yeah, I gave him every option, like every option. I'm like, cab, what do you want out of me? Bus?
Really? I have my unicycle here.
Mickey said, I'm on my unicycle here. What did you take here? My unicycle. I'm already gaping. I'll just, fine. As long as there's no polyps.
I'm actually going to my circus job right after this.
Right. If I have no polyps, can't I just ride my unicycle home?
Yeah, it's got a shock absorber on it.
Exactly. They're like, no. You're like, well, you didn't put me to sleep. I saw my insides on the camera.
I saw my very own insides.
Exactly. So if I don't have any polyps, I think I'll show myself out. And then you ride away on your unicycle. We love you, Dawn. That is a very untoward story.
It makes me laugh.
I know. Micheline is dying laughing. Don't watch it back.
Because I can relate.
We love you, Dawn.
Love you guys.
Bye now. Take care.
Oh, he says we're the classiest ladies.
Thanks. It's so funny. He's funny. But I can relate to all that. How many horror stories are there that you're watching the inside of your own body? It's
yeah,
awful.
That's not right. All right. So the untoward board. Bree is 2 weeks ago's winner. We love Bree the Booker. We love her. This week was I don't remember I'm just gonna put IHOP as last week's winner. That would be IHOP. And then we got Dawn on the untoward board this week, ladies and gentlemen. Dawn Luger, Dawn, and colonoscopy.
It's unbelievable. I mean, he's telling you the exact same story I'm telling you, that I was awake for it and I was watching it on the screen.
It's not right.
Ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Right. No, that's
not right.
No.
Oh my gosh.
That is so not okay. No. It's the practice of medicine, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. I mean, if I ever had anything else, I mean, obviously you can do these eye surgeries. Hello. You can do these eye surgeries, like the top eyes, the top of my eyes, when I had those fixed, by the same person 7 years ago. We just did it in the office. Karen did too. They just give you Valium and numb your eyes, and it's done in about 45 minutes. You are awake. You are awake completely. They don't give you drugs, just Valium. Because the top eye is a smaller surgery. What they do is when you have that drooping eye going, that drooping skin going over your eye, they just slice it in the crease and cut some skin off and then re-sew it so it's tighter, so it's not draping over your eye anymore. But I was completely awake for that. But that was not like this, which is so much more intense. I literally think what?
When they chopped off my the scar on my chin from when I got hit by a car, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember a thing from it. I don't remember. It was like every surgery I've ever had, right? Even my heart thing or whatever.
Yeah, maybe. But you probably had You probably had stronger drugs, maybe. I don't know.
Or Micheline, do you lie to them and tell them that you don't take? Also, you have a high tolerance for drugs.
I don't lie to them. Why would I lie to them? I have to tell them the truth about what I take so that I don't want any drug interactions.
You tell them you take trazodone to sleep, which is perfect.
Yeah, but I couldn't take that the night before. I probably shouldn't have taken it 2 nights before. You can't.
But also you take a trazodone, which you're prescribed, right? And then you take a couple of also melatonin.
I take one 10 milligram melatonin gummy also, because sometimes I just can't sleep. What am I supposed to do?
Well, you couldn't sleep during any of your surgeries either.
Oh, well, that could be.
I'm
not a good sleeper.
Like, why can I see my colon on the screen? You're like, why do I? They're like, she'll be fine. All she takes is trazodone, but they don't know that. Like, also, I take a melatonin.
Keanu, I told them everything I take. Okay, I stopped taking all the stuff beforehand. I stopped taking all of it. I think
exactly. But
the night before I did take one melatonin gummy because I had to get some sleep. I really didn't sleep well, but I had to get some sleep. But I didn't take the trazodone.
I'm saying it's a tolerance thing. If they don't know exactly.
Oh, because I'm always drugged up. Is that what you're saying?
Mom, the melatonin gummies are not fucking. But if your trazodone doesn't knock you out with 2 melatonin gummies.
My trazodone doesn't always knock me out. It doesn't always.
Right. So how do you expect to not be awake when they're like, okay, so this is what you're taking to sleep, then we'll just give her this. And you're like, this hurts. This hurts. And then they put you in a straitjacket. And it's like, well, she didn't tell us she also took melatonin gummies on top of her.
I did tell them everything. I told them everything I could remember.
Because of all of the fucking trazodone and melatonin. You're like, you should have said, yeah, this is what I would do. I would be like, I take a trazodone to sleep, but I also take melatonin gummies because I don't even sleep through the trazodone. So I would like for you to give me the legal maximum limit of drugs while you chop off my under eyes.
Well, I can't tell the professionals how much in drugs they should give me. Okay, Keanu. I just hope for the best.
It doesn't matter anyway. Like I said earlier, I was sleeping with an anesthesiologist who was a complete alcoholic. So who knows? Who knows? It's the practice of medicine, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, it was fine. It was fine. I'm not complaining about it. It was fine. But there were times when it hurt. And I told them. And I remember telling them. It was kind of funny.
It worked out because
I was out of it, though. I mean, I was definitely out of it. But I was just going, oh, this really hurts.
They're like, shut up. It doesn't. Look, Courtney says she forgot about the vodka. And then Michael says, and the moonshine. Sorry, we went
I
off
didn't
the
drink.
rails
I
there.
didn't drink for quite a few days before that. I did not. You have to clean out your system. You can't have things that will thin your blood, because once they cut into you, you don't want to bleed to death. So
Well, and how do we know that? Because me, you, and Loretta went to get our noses
oh
pierced and
my
belly
God.
buttons pierced, right?
And I almost bled to death out of my nose.
I'll tell this story really quickly. I'm I was 15, and Mickey and I, with her friend Loretta, she already had her nose pierced, but she was like, I'll go with y'all, whatever. So me and mom are gonna go get our noses and belly buttons pierced. Mom goes first because she's brave. They pierce her nose. It was like a fucking blowhole of blood. We were like,
They couldn't stop it.
they could not stop
They
it.
couldn't stop the bleeding for at least 20 minutes, and it was getting out of hand. And I thought, oh my God, they're going to have to call an ambulance and rush me to the hospital in front of my 16, 15-year-old daughter.
And by the way, your nose is just made of cartilage. It shouldn't be bleeding. However, they didn't even ask you, like, are you
No,
your
I used to take
time.
Anacins, which are aspirin with caffeine in them. I used to take Anacins because my knees always hurt before I had knee surgery. And I took Anacins for years because of that. So that's a blood thinner. And aspirin is a blood thinner. And that's why my nose bled. And then they would not do my belly button because
Right.
that would have bled also. They said you have to go home, stay off of the blood thinners, and then come back and get your belly button done. But I thought she would be afraid after that. Not her.
No, she got your belly button, but thankfully she didn't do your belly button
No,
first.
you got right. You go, fuck that. Who cares? I'll get my nose and my belly button done anyway.
Because your friend Loretta took me out. She was like, you don't need to see this. I'm like, is she okay? She was like, let's go shopping. I was like, all right.
And
then when
my nose was pierced after it was over
it was
because they already
fine.
pierced
Yeah.
it.
And then I got my nose pierced and my belly
And your
button
belly
pierced.
button. And then I stopped taking the Anacin and I went the next week and got my belly button pierced.
Yes, you did. Exactly.
Yeah.
But
It was odd with my nose that bled like that.
it was like a freaking like then Loretta's like, first of all, Loretta went there like drunk even. She was like, you don't need to see this. She's like, you don't need to see this. I'm like, what's going on with her? She's like, let's go shopping. I went, okay.
They have to stop the bleeding.
I'm like, is my mom okay? They're like, she's like, you don't worry about it. I'm like, nothing can be wrong. And then I sat right down in the chair. I'm like, but I still have my nose pierced and my belly button. But
I can, you know what? Me too. I can get the pierces through too, but I don't feel like doing all that now.
she bled like a faucet or a stuck pig.
Exactly.
It was like a friggin' blowhole. It was like, it was terrifying, apparently.
Oh, good God.
Yeah. Hi, daughter. Let's go get our noses and belly buttons pierced.
What a
together.
fun mother-daughter girlfriend day.
We really did a good thing. We didn't need anything else to talk about tonight because
Really, we had a lot to talk about.
Your cosmetic surgery has been
So funny. It
it's
was just
been
a little eye procedure.
a little cosmetic surgery that you were awake for.
Yeah.
And then
I wasn't awake for it. Okay. I don't want to cast aspersions on this great operation that I had, really, or on the doctor or anything. Because honestly, it was fantastic that
you
she
look
did this.
marvelous.
And honest to God, it was Monday, and I'm a little black and blue, but it's not that puffy. It's not that bad. You
Like
would
the
think.
magazine boys have.
No, you would think that it would be really, really a lot worse. So.
When you did call me, I went, oh yeah, it looks like you got punched in the face twice, but you do.
Well, you know what? It honestly, the purple was all the way down to here. It really was. That's why I feel like it was part of the magic marker.
No, I don't think so. I think that you got your under eyes sliced out, and that's maybe why.
Well, of
but
course, and they're probably pulling on your skin to make it as tight as they can
so
to sew that up.
why not put you all the way out for it? That's what I don't
I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know, Keanu. I imagine you probably would. I mean, she told me what kind of anesthesia it was going to be.
When
So,
they chopped off my scar here and sewed it up, I don't remember a thing. Nothing.
but you were a child, Keanu. So who knows what you had?
I wasn't taking a trazodone and ate melatonin gummies, so I don't know.
I don't take 8 melatonin gummies. You exaggerating little brat. You make me sound so wild and
That's not wild.
and irresponsible.
Well, you didn't tell the guy piercing your nose that you were on blood thinners or whatever.
What did I know? What do I know?
Right.
It wasn't a guy. I thought it was a girl who pierced my nose.
Exactly. And then all of a sudden they're holding like
What do I know, Keanu, that I was taking anisins for my whole life and because I had knee issues and whatever. I didn't know that was going to cause that to happen.
You know what the doctor told us after you got your double knee replacements?
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
We went in there and they said we had to give her a little bit bigger knees than she wanted to match her ass. We went, what? What do you mean we didn't realize there was a size?
Is that why I have such huge fat knees?
They said we didn't realize she had big knees. We had to give her bigger. We went a little bigger than she wanted in the kneecap area. We're like, wait, what? We're hearing this again?
Stop.
Boobs? Me and Dad were like, is she okay? Yes, everything went well, but we went a little bigger than she wanted. Wait, why? Because you sign over the right for them to be an artist.
Do whatever. He's an artist. He wants to make sure his work looks good, you know.
Right. And also
my boobs have settled into my body. They're not that huge now. They're fine.
You're like the bionic woman. Titanium knees, right?
Yeah.
Big fake boobs, not big, matching your body.
Yep.
Now they've sliced so much off of your under eyes.
Right.
And on your upper eyes because that was a medical issue because you couldn't see.
I had a tummy tuck. So that was
tuck. Exactly.
And then I had double hernias, so I have mesh in there now.
So
I had double fucking hernia surgery. All right. And then I had a cyst removed from my back.
Okay, yeah.
Fucking back surgery. I had 2 fucking C-sections.
All right. They sliced me right out.
Like incredible.
The amount that you've had done. It's wild. Yeah. It's wild. So what part of you is real?
My essence.
I just love that you were awake. You're like, this hurts. This is hurting me. This hurts. I'm like, okay.
Oh my God.
Let me read a couple of these. Chris Thompson, thank you for the $2. When the doctor steals your butt cherry and innocence. Butt cherry and
butt cherry. That's hilarious. That's a good way to put it, really.
Chris Thompson, thank you for the $2. It's Astroglide, you fool. Right. They just stick it up you for your colonoscopy with nothing, and they make you watch it on the television.
Funny.
Chris Thompson, thank you for the $2. Someone stole the bicycle seat while he was out. Yeah, probably. And then he just was like, all right, I'll just ride home anyway.
So funny.
Who would take a bicycle to their colonoscopy? Chris Thompson, thank you for the $2. Anyone take a clown car? Honk, honk. You guys are the best. This has been fun.
Really funny stuff.
We're not leaving quite yet. This has been far more content than I even thought. I didn't know if you wanted to even talk about how beautiful you look, but I will say you look beautiful. And
I don't know how you could even say that or tell that or see that with these purple things on my eyes yet. So, but thank you. But I know that they're going to be good without having all those puffs under my eyes. I couldn't stand looking at myself. So
we are pro cosmetic surgery here. Whatever makes you feel good or look good or whatever you feel like you need to do.
I think
We are
I think everybody should do what they want to do to put their best face forward. So
best face forward. Also, I'm
Absolutely.
coming to see you soon because I need to see little Jim. And
he's
also
so
yeah.
funny looking. So so when are you coming?
Soonish. In between, we have a lot of places to go this we have a lot of gigs coming up. Also, if you're in the Vineland, New Jersey area, upcoming, not this weekend, maybe next weekend. I can't quite remember the date. Refer to my Instagram or Gina Bisconti's Instagram for the date. Please come out and see us. And then in between that, I need to come and see Jim Ham and all of that. And also, could you make me a Botox appointment with our dentist?
Sure, when you let me know.
Sure. Will I be awake during the procedure?
Stop it.
I'm just kidding. I got completely burnt up not burnt up. I think I look pretty tan for
Except your nose is as red as a reindeer.
I'm always Rudolph. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what Joanne said? Joanne is who I stayed with when I went to the wedding. She goes, This is sunscreen. Put it on your fucking nose because every time I fucking see you when you're out in the sun, you have a nose like fuck. I'm like, I don't need that. I don't need it at all.
This is sunscreen. Put it on your fucking nose.
She's like, because whenever you come back from a fucking vacation, your nose looks like a fucking reindeer. You look like fucking Rudolph. What happens? This. Right. And also,
Dude, it's unbelievable how red it is.
I know it. I have a very petite nose, I thought. It just attracts the sun.
Yeah, look at that. It's incredible. Let me see. Gosh, it's as red as your lips.
What?
Redder.
Terrifying. Yeah. I know. Anyway,
Funny stuff.
So in an hour and 56 minutes. I could get to the Miami the whole deal, but
we can save it for another time. We can save it for another time.
Right. You had surgery that you were awake through. We talked about everything. I don't know if
yeah, let's save it for what are we doing tomorrow? Something?
Yes. So since I deprived you of my essence and Micheline, we need to keep an eye on her healing process. She already looks this pretty, right? Clap it up for her. She already looks this beautiful. Am I right?
Okay, so
I went like this.
We'll do a late one.
I'm serious.
What's
so
that?
we'll save the Met and the other stuff, Florida and Miami for tomorrow, possibly.
So this has been too much fun. And we will save the Met Gala, which we have to talk about. Tomorrow is Thursday. So I do believe that actually the In Hot Water Hockey Show will be here tomorrow, but we will be doing Bacchanal Thursday here at 10 p.m. And
Perfect.
I have so much to get to. The Miami trip. I have the Met Gala and how much of a shithole theme and all of the outfits that I thought.
Well, I'm really glad that I didn't miss anything. Although I did see Whoopi Goldberg.
I didn't even see her. I think listen, I love the Met Gala. I'm not shitting on that. I just think that like some themes are duds and then the outfits follow suit. It's like
Mhm.
not that everybody didn't look fine.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
like, come on.
Yeah.
But the Met Gala is important. If we
Mhm.
didn't do this, the Metropolitan Museum of Art, I'll say this. I'll stand on my high horse here. Gino's like, why do they even do that? The Metropolitan Museum of Art, if there is no fucking Met Gala and to raise money for the Met, it's a donation based fucking museum. This is
Yeah.
why they do it. All right.
Mhm.
No more Met Gala, no more Met means
Right.
no more art. So this is why they do it. Not every theme is amazing, but
It's just to raise funds and stuff for the
exactly,
yeah. And it's
exactly,
good.
because it's a
Mhm.
free museum essentially.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
donation based.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, 118,000. We'll get to it tomorrow. Exactly. Andre 3,000 and a piano on his back.
Mhm.
Exactly. No one knows why he did. She's right. He showed up to the Met Gala with a piano on his back, Mom.
Well, didn't Will Smith's son have some kind of castle on his head?
Oh, that was that wasn't even the Met Gala.
I know that was something else. They're just getting outrageous for
Andre,
outrageous reasons. Just for no reason, just to be outrageous.
he
That's
did.
all.
He had a fucking piano on his back, and people were like, "Oh,
Wow, that's cool.
well, not." I did not see one person go like, "I am wowed by anything." Right.
Yeah,
So we will get into all of it tomorrow. All of it. All of it. Yeah.
that'll be
Yes.
good.
Grammys. Oh my gosh. Also, speaking of Courtney, we have to. I am so sorry. I've been away. We will be doing. I will text you, Courtney. I don't care. It will be this week. We have got to get back to our dress to impress streams. Sorry, I've been busy. Did I miss any of the super chats? I don't think that I did. And I love you all. And so does Micheline.
Yes, this was so much fun tonight.
Yes. And then we will be doing a DTI stream at some point this week. Tomorrow, Bacchanal Thursday, we'll get into the Met. We'll get into my mommy. Oh my gosh, the wedding I went to. There's so much to say. So much to say.
That'll be fun.
Thank
It
you
looked fun.
for. It was very fun,
It did
but
look
also
fun.
the trip. The airline treated me poorly once again.
Oh, yeah. Oh, because they canceled your flight.
Mhm.
You know what? Airline travel is outrageous. It's just ridiculous. So,
Wild.
but thankfully, you went back to the hotel and you were able to stay an extra day on the beach, and that's so much
After
fun.
3 hours on the runway, let
Yeah,
us sit
that's
there
wrong.
for 3 hours.
It's just wrong, you know.
Not
So,
good. Not good. Not
mm,
good.
mm.
Sorry we didn't get to any more untoward callers. However, we love Dawn that you know the number.
Yes.
And congratulations, Bree the Booker from last week. Dawn, you were the only person on the untoward board this week. We'll get to maybe some more. Maybe I'll put up the untoward award call-in number tomorrow. And
Yeah, that'll be good. Definitely.
we have to let Micheline sleep now. Micheline, what was the peak and the pit of your day?
The peak of my day was, I don't know, I just kind of hung out and did some stuff around here, and I painted my picture. I've been doing Miss Priss and painted my picture.
Why didn't you show us the photo
No,
yet?
I'll do it tomorrow, you know. Yeah, so I've started painting again, and that's pretty fun. I kind of have the same theme all the time, but
Can I show them?
Sure.
This is
It
what
looks like
Micheline is
it
working
looks like
on.
it looks it looks like a child did it.
Micheline has always done something that we have always called heart heads, and we're glad she's painting again. And I think this is a beautiful. I don't know. Maybe if it's me, I think that maybe it's like your new self with your surgery.
Oh, I don't know about that. It's just it just evolves. I mean, I don't know how it's going to turn out. I haven't painted in a long time, and Zach said just paint one thing on the canvas, and so I did. I just painted a couple of little stripes on the canvas, and that's how it ended up. So
Maybe it's all of us.
it's Miss Priss. That's what I call her. I think she looks pretty good.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah, I like her.
I think it's great.
Yeah,
I
love her.
She has a very worked on nose. I would like for everyone to notice she has a very petite nose here.
It's like no nose at all,
No
but it's a
nose at
little
all.
nose. Yeah,
I love her.
I started out with a blue and a red little slash right there. That's all I started out with.
That's why you have to start. Yeah.
Yep, that's what I started out with. So,
yeah,
and thank you, you guys. Thank you. And I just kind of put her in the corner. I've got a chair that she sits on, and I just kind of worked on her like this whole week, on and off.
Also,
I just waited. I didn't like just hurry up through it. I just kind of looked at it and tried to decide, and then went and painted a little more, and I like it. I'm done with her though. I'm not, there's a point when you paint on canvas that you can do too much and then you have to start completely over again. So
right. Paint over it. Also,
right.
McGuinevere, that's a very good question. Does Kit recognize you?
Oh,
Michael?
yeah. Oh, yeah. And you know what? My friend Michelle, who stayed here, Kit slept with her in the bed. He just got in the crook of her, like on her side there. He just loved her,
I love him.
So, yeah.
That's cool. I love it. I love your painting.
Thank you. Yeah, I love her. So I just had
We'll see how it evolves. Yeah.
Yeah, it just evolves. And yeah, I like her face. She's different than the other ones I've painted. She's just different.
There's one giant, and I'm talking like it's like a 4 by 2 foot canvas that we had hanging in our house for years and years. And I remember as a kid, Micheline painted it as a family portrait, and we were all heart heads like that, and we all had Marge Simpson hair, and everyone looked evil, and we hung it in our house. I used to run by it as a kid because it was terrifying. Now I need to know where it is because it is
in our storage unit, and Dad went to the storage unit to try and get it out, but the numbers to get in wouldn't work. So he's got to find out and see if he can get into it because he hadn't been there for a while. So he did go there to get it out for us. So,
but you've always been painting those heart heads, and we love painting. We love.
I know. I've got that self-portrait heart head upstairs in the hallway. That's pretty fun.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
I don't know.
I like faces. I like faces and flowers.
I like faces and flowers. Well, Micheline, you are the peak of my day. You look better than ever. I'm so sorry that you were awake during your entire surgery.
It's just a funny story.
And I can't wait till my cosmetic surgery, to have the bags under my eyes sucked out. And
you might not have them, Keanu, since you're half Italian, so maybe you won't get those puffy bags. I don't know. All my aunts had them. You can't cover them with makeup. You can't do anything with them except just look old and tired. And so,
well, I'll tell you once, I'll tell you again. You already look absolutely, absolutely marvelous. All hail Miss Priss. Miss Priss.
Thanks, McGuinevere. I know Miss Priss. It's a great name for her.
And it was
like the Addams Family. It is like the Addams Family.
When I show you this, you'll be like, oh my God, what the fuck are we looking at? I'm not kidding. As a child, I used to run past it because
It was so cool, though. I'm sorry. Even Dad, when I first brought it out after I painted, he went, "Oh my God."
It was huge. It was huge. And you went, here's our family portrait. And it looked like, and I was just a little kid. Like, I used to run past it. Now I would appreciate it.
Fucking great, really.
I'm so glad we never got rid of it because I need it. I
Yeah.
need it. It was amazing.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway.
And then, so tomorrow, Bacchanal Thursday, we'll take some Untoward calls. Sorry we didn't get to tonight. Let me tell you right now, if you're not watching In Hot Water with Eugene Visconti on Rumble, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you aren't subscribed here, fucking get subscribed. If you aren't listening to Keanu Cast, wherever you find your podcasts, newest episode out now. I don't know what the fuck you're doing with your life. And if you aren't subscribed here, get fucking subscribed. It's rude to watch and not subscribe. Tomorrow we'll do Untoward Tuesday again at 10 p.m. I have so many fucking stories from this Miami wedding. I have also, we're going to have to get to the Met Gala thing. But this has been too much fun. And Micheline, you gave us more than enough content.
Thank you. Yeah, it was fun. I was glad to be on. Really fun tonight.
And if you would like to see me do live stand-up, always refer to my Instagram, Keanu C. Thompson. Come see us this weekend, I believe, in Vineland, New Jersey.
Nice.
You guys are the eels hips,
the cat's pajamas,
and the bee's
knees.
Kiki
Thank you for joining. Kiki and Mickey out. Thanks for joining us. We love you guys. Bye. Bye.